Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watch the ROMs. Guys, we have a huge update coming up and I'm super excited. Super excited about some of the features that are going to be released, including some updates for some heroes. We have some GVG features that are coming along. We have the new season that's going to be coming up. Anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Alright, so we can find the information on the update. You've probably seen it in game already, but you haven't really gone through it. I will go through it with you now. So all you have to do is click on your little hamburger menu here. Click on the scroll, or I guess you could say it's a sheet here. And it should be under System Notice and then Update Announcement. There's a new update intro as well that shows some cool stuff, but let's go to the update announcement first. This is going to be on the 4th, okay? And it should take... It typically takes like an hour or two. That's typically how it works. They do say 4 hours, but sometimes it comes up a little quicker. Now, the first thing that we're going to talk about is Demi. Demi is a cultist hero lord, right? She's the cultist faction lord, or one of them, and she has some changes coming around. So, hero skill optimization. The lord skill increases faction allies' basic attributes by 15%. Faction allies deal 30% more damage to enemies affected by CC effects such as slow, stun, freeze, or immobilized state. This is the normal cultist style skill. Faction allies damage increases based on the number of enemies in their initial basic attack range. 5% increase per enemy up to 35%. This is a very nice update. I think that's gonna be the same. I want to actually kind of check out Demi in the gallery quick, because I'm not really sure. I actually remember, I'm not really too excited about this, but I don't even have her, see. So let's see, let's go to the Lord skill. An enemy, when a faction team members kill an enemy, increase their damage by 12% for 5 seconds. So in the original skill, it looks like she has to kill somebody in order to actually get a buff. In the update, it changes over a little bit. I wish I could see that on screen. Actually, I can. Hold on one second. I'm gonna do this right here with you. We're gonna go over to prospector.gg. Best place for hero guides. I'm gonna type in Demi. We're gonna open this up so I can actually see the differences as I'm doing it. And there you go. All right, so I'm actually gonna pull this over here. All right, let's get back to the menu here. Elegy of Ruin. Let's see, I can open that up here as well. Temporarily removes invisibility and begins playing the Elegy of Ruin. Basic attack now hits up 10 enemies in range, dealing 230 to 330% AoE damage and inflicting 50% slow and anti-healing for 2 seconds. This effect lasts for 18 seconds. I want to say the original here is increases faction team members. No, Elegy of Ruin removes invisibility temporarily and plays the Elegy of Ruin. Basic attack deals 170% damage up to, wow, she's got a damage buff on there. Almost 10 targets in range, instead inflicting a 2-second slow and a 2-second anti-healing on them. Okay. And it actually didn't even say what the time was, but that's alright. Rage cap change from 1200 to 1000 down to 1100 to 900. So she actually gets a little bit of a rage cap reduction. That means she'll be able to use her ultimate much more often. Waltz of Doom during the Elegy of Ruin. When basic attack hits at least 4, 3, 3, 3, 3 enemies, increases the hero's penetration by 3 to 5%. This effect can stack up to 5 times and last until the Elegy of Ruin ends. This is Waltz of Doom. Alright, so let's pull that over. During Elegy of Ruin, every time an enemy in basic attack range dies, increases attack speed by 14, stacking up to 5 times. So I think the new version of that sounds much nicer. Demi's kind of like an underused lord, actually. People are not really that big a fan of her. Hopefully this update changes that. Okay, so Twilight Covenant is that one of the passives. When invisible, reduces damage taken by 15 to 30% and restores 10% HP per second. During the Elegy of Ruin, each time damage is dealt, restores 5% HP for the hero. What it says over here is when invisible, reduces damage taken by 15%. During Elegy of Ruin, each time the hero attacks, restores 3% HP. Okay, so that definitely sounds a little bit better. It's not that much crazy of a difference. We have some awakening differences, so we do have that on the website as well, so we will be able to see that really easily. The original awakening reads, when invisible, restores 5% of max HP per second. Here on the new version, it's going to be when Waltz of Doom reaches full stacks, increases attack range of the LG Runen and attack speed by 150. A little bit better. Awaken level 3 is during the LG of Ruin, that deals 50% extra damage to enemy or targets with HP below 40%. The new one says during the LG Ruin, deals an extra 50% damage to targets with less than 50% HP. Okay, fair enough. Awaken level 5 is during LG Ruin, if the attack speed from Waltz of Doom reaches full stacks, deals 500% AoE damage to at most 10 enemies within the basic attack range for the one time after LG Ruin ends. On this one is Awaken level 5 is during the LG Ruin, if Waltz of Doom reaches full stacks, deals 640% damage. So it's a little bit of a boost to damage output there. One time to up to 10 enemies in basic attack range when the LG of Ruin ends. So we're going up to just a damage boost to the Awaken level 5. Alright, so I think we're good to go there. We don't need that anymore. Let's go ahead and move on to the Phelan. The Buckthorn Druid fixed an issue where basic attack couldn't hit airborne targets. It's a pretty big deal. She's supposed to be hitting airborne targets. Shouldn't be having issues not hitting it. Good change. Beatrix, the Shadow Collector, optimize the autocast logic of the ultimate. Beatrix can now properly cast the ultimate when enemies appear on the entire battlefield. So it doesn't matter where they are on the battlefield, she's gonna be able to attack the ultimate or activate the ultimate, and she should be able to hit those targets from a long range. Those little guys, they just go flying all the way over there and they'll attack them. Castiel, the Blade of Justice. Optimize, we're doing an update for this. Optimize the skill icon of Divine Retribution after upgrading the ultimate during battle. Oh, okay. Bug fix. Fixed an issue where immunity to specific debuffs wouldn't prevent stack accumulation. Okay. Now, Guild War Season 9 starts. I'm sure in the update intro, we're going to be able to see actual images of this, but updated Central Keep Defense Towers maps for the new season. This is typical, it's going to happen every single season. Updated new season theme, avatar border, and emote rewards. Good deal. New season exclusive Demon Soldier, Batwing's Banshee arrives, while the previous season's Demon Soldier Chaos Shaman will be attainable through gear raids now. So those of you that don't really know, every single season that comes out for GVG, they release a new demon, or so it seems, and you can only earn that demon at the time while doing your fights in GVG, winning the GVG, just picking up as rewards for GVG, I think at the end of each war. But after that season ends, the one demon that was in there at the time will be available for you to pick up the gear raids like the other ones as normal, while a new one is actually put in there as for the rewards. Demon Soldier Batwing's Banshee, an airborne unit with team support capabilities that can reduce enemy heroes' damage output. Alright, so you can actually take enemies' damage output down a little bit. That's interesting. I'm happy to try that out. This is actually in GVG is some of what I'm really excited about, and you'll see in a second here. Season 8 Gladiator Gauntlet starts. Overall season schedule, server group 5. Here's the dates for everything that's going to be starting up. We in Miners Inc. are actually going to be participating in the Gauntlet again. Hopefully we don't get put up against somebody that's so tough that we can't even win one fight. It'd be nice to at least be able to win one. But anyways, coming up, server group 6, the different dates here. Added Guild War Sandbox feature. Now this is something that I'm super excited about. It's something that's been really annoying for a very long time that we haven't been able to do. This is definitely a quality of life change here that's massive. It's massive for GVG in general. So let's go over it. Added Guild War Sandbox feature. Requirement access, blah, blah, blah. Feature access available on the Guild War interface. Training stage entry will be hidden after unlocking. Okay. Specific features. Sandbox supports 2 modes. Solo practice to challenge your own setup team, and player face-off to practice with guild members and friends. The player face-off list displays all guild members and friends who allow practice matches. So it looks like you can privatize your defenses so you can't be practiced against. At the same time, you can take your defenses and you can set them up and you can practice fighting against them. Now, how is this going to be super useful for everybody? And maybe it makes GVG a bit weird, but in a sense, in the end game anyways, a player like myself, I could try to mimic the defenses of a team that I'm going up against. I can actually place that as my defense. I can try to attack it and figure out the timings and how to make that actually work properly. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool feature. Obviously, you're not gonna be able to get it perfect every single time because you don't know what those units are wearing as far as gear goes. They could be wearing something very unique that you can't really think of or didn't think of when you're setting up defenses to practice against. But also, you're gonna be able to set your defenses and practice against them while also increasing the strength of your defenses. So you're gonna be able to find those weaknesses. You're gonna be able to like tune that or fine tune that in to make sure that your defenses are as strong as you think you can get them, which is absolutely amazing. I find it really annoying to try to go, hey, you know, hey, impacts, you know, can you attack my defense, or to asking anybody, or if they're all trying to ask each other all the time, you know, how do we, or can you attack my defense? Practice it out. Let me know how it goes. Send me the video so I can see it. Blah 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 blah. It just keeps going on and on and on. And this sandbox feature is going to change that. Let's see here. We have team setup rules. You can set up a separate defense team exclusively for the sandbox. Cool. Don't even have to change your other ones. You can just set it up for sandbox. Practice against it before you attack your opponents. The face-off battles will prioritize using this team. If no sandbox defense team is set, the Guild War defense team will be used instead. Checked independently for each team. Gear update rules. The sandbox defense team's gear is saved separately from Guild War and needs to be set up independently. Also very cool. So you can't really mess up your normal defenses by changing your gear for the other teams in the sandbox feature. We optimized the team setup interface for Guild War, Gladiators, Gauntlet, and Sandbox. That's going to be pretty typical that they're going to do that. Added gear detail preview pop-up for deployed heroes. Added quick view button for minimap. That's actually pretty cool. All these things that they're adding is just quality of life, making GVG a little more streamlined. When setting up your team, the BP calculation changed from real time to update only when gear changes. Guild War attack code fixed an issue where the attack code would only record part of the auto battle when switching from auto fight to manual mid battle. Optimized minimap for the garrison setup interface in Gladiators Gauntlet. Added quick view button for garrison team setup in the minimap. Fixed an issue where the minimap display didn't match actual hero positions in the guild leader adjustment interface. So you can see they're doing a lot for GVG here. There's a lot of stuff going on for GVG. Obviously some of this stuff is just the new season starting up, but I'm sure I'm happy that they're finally doing some really cool things for GVG. It can be pretty frustrating in GVG sometimes just because it can be very time consuming, or your guild just doesn't really care about it. That's typically one extreme to the next, where everybody just kind of attacks and tries to get lucky, or your team just is totally obsessed with their GVG defenses and constantly trying to work through that, and kind of takes up a lot of your time. But anyways, this way you can actually be able to practice against your own stuff. Stages. Immortal Codex, Drake's Chasm, Gear Raid 1, 2, and 3, and Artifact and 2 Raid now save the gear and artifacts info of the current lineup when saving auto fight records. Oh my god, that's amazing. So you can have all your Immortal Codex teams all saved, and your auto battles all saved, your Drake's Chasm all saved. You're gonna have your Gear Raid 1, 2, and 3 stages saved. Your Artifact and 2 raid is saved. Kind of like Arena, so you can just go in there and hit auto battle. You don't have to go and re-gear everybody. You just have that set up, and it saves so much time. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to actually do this, just do some runs, and it's like, oh, this hero doesn't have any gear, this hero doesn't have any gear. It's like, you know, I don't really need to have 200 different gear sets or gear plans saved on the account. They keep moving this around. You don't really have that kind of ability to do that anyways. There's a limit on how many you can have. This is going to save a lot of time. Although I don't see gear dungeons in there, so it's kind of weird. It'd be nice to put that in there as well. You can save auto fight records after the takeover of auto fight, and the saved record will still include the gear info from the current battle. Okay, cool. What they're talking about here is like maybe an arena, I think. What they're trying to say is if you go in there with an auto fight, you have your gears plans saved on the heroes already, And if you want to take over in the middle of it, so you can just start it up and you want to change it a little bit, but you don't want to go re-gear your heroes all over again because it's a different day or whatever, you know. This will just save the same gear plans that you went into the fight with from the auto battle. So you can update your auto battle and keep the gear that they started off with. Adjusted and optimized Drake's Chasm Abyss 1 rewards. Now this is something that's pretty serious. Reduced drop rate of random mythic gear chests. That's true. Added variant gear drops. This one is pretty cool. So now you're gonna be able to drop off of, I think, the 60 and 45k. So it says added it, but it's not like it's just there for everybody. You still have to hit that 45k. I think it's 40. Is it 42? I can't remember the number, but I think it's 45k, and you can start dropping variant gear. That's actually pretty useful. Variant gear drops can be very good compared to what's been dropping. I can say I've been hitting 60k since Abyss 1 started by using 2 keys, and I would tell you right now, I've never had a gear piece drop that was even remotely close to being useful. Added Titan Meteorite and Wisdom Meteorite drops. Yeah, I suppose those are okay. They're actually okay to get on there. Remove certain low value rewards. See in-game details. Updated new tags for the first 5 hidden chamber stages and boss stages in Tower Deception. New campaign stages. Now this is pretty big too. That means that we're gonna have some new campaign stages added. Hard difficulty added chapter, what is this, 11 part 1, chapter 11 part 2. I think that's 11. Yeah, chapter 11. So there's 2 more parts for each chapter. And expert difficulty added, chapter 11 part 1 and 2 as well. So we have some new content coming up that we're going to be really excited to be checking out, and I think that the campaign stages can be fun. Sometimes they can be ridiculously hard and be weird, but we will figure that out, and definitely be working on videos to show how to get that stuff done. Arena. Increased Apex coin rewards in a weekly arena settlements. This is going to make the adjustment for getting Lady Alexandra, and it's going to be a lot easier to get her now. So they're taking this down. So when you finish in Plat 3, you're going to get 600 Apex coins. When you finish in Overlord, you're going to get 800 Apex coins. I think Plat 3 you didn't get any, did you? I think it was 0. I don't remember. I think it was 0 though. They brought it up to 600. And Overlord, they brought it up to 800 from 400. And then Apex Overlord adjusted to 2,250 Apex coins. Goodness, it's really worth pushing yourself into Apex Overlord if you can get there, man. It's gonna get you there really fast. But either way, they pretty much halved, or even more than halved, the amount of time it's gonna take you to get Lady Alexandra. Massive. Increased Apex coin rewards for arena battle victories as well. So Plat 3, you get 5 Apex coins per victory. Overlord, you get 12 Apex coins per victory. Apex Overlord, you get 40 Apex coins per victory. So if you can fight yourself away in Apex, you can definitely do some damage on your amount that you need to get there. There's some more changes down here, all you can see. But after the update, you can receive Apex coin rewards based on your highest arena rank achieved between 1,125 and the update 6,425. Oh, okay. Plat 3. 1,000 Apex coins. Overlord, 1,500 Apex coins. Apex Overlord, 3,000 Apex coins. I think they're essentially just throwing some coins at you to try to help everybody get Lady Alexandra. She's a very good unit. You definitely want to get her. Distribution method, in-game mail. Distribution time, within 7 working days. Additionally, commanders who rank in the server's top 600 and obtained Lady Alexandra Royal Assassin will receive her skin voucher. We'll announce the list of eligible commanders soon. That's pretty cool. You get a new skin for Lady A if you have her already, or you get in the server's top 600, which isn't even Apex Overlord. It's just like Overlord, the higher end of Overlord. This voucher can be redeemed for the specific skin in Apex Shop at the end of the October 25. Meanwhile, other commanders can purchase the skin from the Apex Shop using Apex coins. In Arena, AoE DPS challenge waves 1, 2, 3, and 4 monsters have reduced HP. Please take note and adjust your lineups accordingly. There's just a few things going to happen here. I think that it's going to make it a little easier for like an A0 Ingrid to be able to compete properly in AoE. Maybe you can bring your Valkyra in there. Well, again, Or maybe you can bring in Nyx even to try to get her back on the field for AoE arena and not just anti-air. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm not sure how that's going to actually play out. Others, when selling gear and artifacts, the interface now shows how many pieces of ancient gear or exclusive artifacts are included in the current sale. When selling exclusive artifacts, you will receive extra artifact materials based on the number of exclusive artifacts sold. So the exclusive artifacts are the like Ajax's what the heck is it called? I'm gonna pull it up because it's worth showing you. So we have Ajax here, we have the Dragon Bane, we have the Sutra of Caprice here, we have Kagiri's Demonic Relic, we have Sun Wukong's Golden Cudgel. If you go and you forge some of these things and you get a duplicate or someone that you don't want, you can actually sell them off now for, Molten Cog from Cratch. Anyways, you can go ahead and sell them off now and get rewards back from this. That's what they're talking about, which is good, because if you get extras of them, you obviously don't want them, and that kind of sucks. Let's see, go back down here. Yeah, when selling geared artifacts, the interface now shows how many pieces of ancient gear or exclusive artifacts are included in the current sale. When selling exclusive artifacts, you will receive extra artifact material based on the number of exclusive artifacts sold. So I'm assuming it's going to end up giving you back something to forge some more. For those who sold exclusive artifacts before the update, compensation artifact materials will be sent via mail based on the number of items sold. Yeah, I'm not sure that many people are selling too many exclusive artifacts. Time limited event pre-registration, reward optimization. In addition to pre-registration rewards, login rewards have been added. After pre-registering, you can claim login rewards by logging in during the event exclusive period. Number 4 is the removed purchase limit for the monthly card. You just go for 5 years if you want to, whatever. Improve the interface display and event experience for the return aid event. It's kind of hard to show a return aid event, but it does come up and it does give you extra rewards for coming back into the game. And if you do that, welcome back. So new update intro content preview. We can kind of see the maps in here. I believe that's what I want to go and see. Well, there's also the, what is this here? United Front is a new feature that's also coming. This is on the 9th and the 15th, so this is actually unrelated to that. But you're gonna be able to do the United Front new feature, Guild War new season. You can form teams with your friends, and compete in everything going on here. So we do also have the season 9 maps right here. Here's the defense tower, here's the central keep, and here's the new demon soldier Batwings Banshee airborne unit with team support capabilities that reduce the enemy's hero damage output. So I don't know, you could place her out there with, it depends how much she costs. I don't even know how much she costs yet. But you can go ahead and put her out there with your lightning guards, possibly. Maybe you can reduce the damage that she's taking. Drop a healer behind them, see if that works. Do you have a new season emote? And here's the new avatar border. Gauntlet exclusive rewards is going to be Avalon's skin, field banner pattern, fresh chat bubble, and refining crystal. I always like this kind of stuff. I like to collect that stuff. Guild War Sandbox. Here's what it's going to be looking like. You can set up your defenses, practice against yourself, etc, etc, etc. Now, there's one more thing that I want to go over, and that is the fact that we have the content creator year nominations are now open, and I'm going to open this Discord link right now. You can actually just come on my Discord here. If you go over to the announcements, and I have a link to it right here. I also put this right in the description down below. And all you have to do is go on there and enter your content creator that you want to nominate. Enter the YouTube URL for that content creator, and you can do multiple content creators as well. So I'd appreciate it if you guys don't mind supporting me in the Content Creator of the Year award. And please throw down a nomination. I would really appreciate that. But anyways, guys, I think that's all I have for today's video. If you have any questions about the update, feel free to leave it in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to try to answer them. As I'm going along, I can open up the test server. I can still see some of this stuff kind of happening. We do also have the, which I don't think they even mentioned, but there is new features coming in for the gear raids as well, where you can actually farm new special stages. It's gonna be a special event. And if you have any questions about that, just let me know, or you can join the Discord. Ask right there in the general chat. My Discord link is always down in the description down below. Anyways, guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm looking forward to that new season of GVG. Looking forward to the Gladiators Gauntlet. There's a lot of good things coming up in the future here, and I'm really excited to keep seeing new content being added to the game, and all the quality of life features, everything that they're adding for GVG, everything that they're adding for the gear swaps. You don't have to worry about swapping gear so much. All of that stuff is super, super nice and can save us a ton of time, and that's what I like. Then I can have time for Arena, then I can have time for a lot of other things. Anyways, guys, I've been the Prospector, and thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.